I'd like to welcome everybody. I'm eating Hershey's chocolate right now, so give me a minute. What's going on, Mikey? Do I have autopilot on? It sure looks like I have autopilot on. There's no... Nah, I was just flying north, man. I'm starting to wonder... Is my autopilot on? Autopilot is not on. Wake it up, Mikey. Dude, we got to talk. So this is a little airport I was supposed to take off from, but I know I'm overspeeding. Sorry. So just to make it official, let's touch and go on this airfield. So that's what we'll do. We'll go fly around, find runways to do touch and goes on, while we explore the backwoods of Michigan. Not that I've ever been there. Kurt's been there though. Kurt lives there. Oh. Yeah, you gotta spend time with family, man, when you can. You can't be sure they're always gonna be there. So we're gonna touch and go on this little airfield right here. This is the one I was supposed to take off from, but for some reason Microsoft Flight Simulator decided to start me in the air. I do love the X-Cub. It's probably my favorite plane in the game. It's actually the most versatile plane in the game. You can get in and out of airports that, you know, are paying neck for others. I'm looking forward to the Premium Deluxe Edition on Wednesday though, because then I'll have the big tire Cub, the bush tires. Whee! I meant to bounce. I was going to take it back off, but I decided not to. Okay, we're officially down. We can take off again. And there we go. Make us proud. I'm waiting for more people to get this game, man, so we can fly together. Yeah, I'm going to do a whole series on... because I have the 107, the drone. I had to go through the 107 course to get my drone license. So there's a lot of stuff on there that you learn, like airspaces and weather and stuff like that. And I had the actual ground course for private pilot's license. I just never taken it. So we're up here in Upper Michigan, near the lakes. It's a shame Kurt isn't on here. He could give us a guided tour. Upstate New York, upstate Michigan looks kind of remote. Oh, Kurt is here. Hi, Kurt. I wanted to get my PPL. So the funny thing is, okay, when I got the military, I wanted to get my private pilot's license, but by the time I was in the able to get it, the VA conveniently decided that it was no longer possible to use your GI Bill money to get your private pilot's license. I'll show you where I'm at. I'm on that part of Michigan, flying west to this part. So yeah, so I kind of crushed my dreams of getting my private pilot's license. I almost took off from Sault Ste. Marie Municipal. Bring up to 75 throttle so we stop getting close to our speed, overspeeding. So you literally have to take a boat. So you literally, oh, what is this down here? Yeah, I may still try to go get at least my pilot's license. Private pilot. Because you can make so much money ferrying aircraft. You know? So you get your pilot's license, you don't even have to buy a plane. This is what you do. You get your private pilot's license. You get with one of these organizations that ferry planes. And then you just you fly commercial. I wouldn't do it now during the cough. 500. You get a job just ferrying planes. So you fly out to like somewhere in Atlanta and drive out to some BFE little airfield, pick up a Cessna and fly it back to wherever. You know, because the person doesn't have time or whatever. You know. What is this? This has got to be like a little quarry or something like that. What is this? Looks like a quarry. I see conveyor belts right there. They're not modeled, but look like conveyor belts. Yeah, I'm not interested in plane repoing. That sounds like something you can get shot at doing. I've had enough of that. So really want to do a tire touch on the water. I don't think we could do it. We'll see. It's probably going to say we crashed. That's as low as I'm getting. Whee! And there are totally videos of the X Cub doing this. If you look them up on YouTube. No, I don't want to be a commercial pilot. Now, so this is how it works. The VA will pay for your commercial pilot's license. They'll pay for you to get instrument rated. They'll pay for multi-engine. They'll pay for, I think there's one for performance aircraft. If you fly over 200 knots, or it's a certification or something like that. But yeah, but they'll pay for all your other licenses. They just won't pay for your commercial. I mean, your private pilot's license, your initial. And everybody, even if you're a commercial pilot, you have to have a private pilot's license to start. So instead of flying west up the rotary, I know a guy who flew a helicopter in the Army. He said flying a helicopter is like trying to balance yourself on a basketball while standing on said basketball. So that sounds a little more complicated than fixed wing. Is it really this cloudy up in Michigan? Here's the thing, though. Alright, if you have an engine malfunction in a helicopter, right? Sure, you can auto rotate, but you have to finesse it. And a plane, if I cut back this throttle and I turn off this engine, you know, I could land on a road. I could probably land in that field down there, at least in this plane. I could probably land in that field right down there. You get paid running oil lines if you have a fixed wing pilot's license. Like, if I was to ever get my PPL, the plane I would want is a Cessna 177, the Cardinal. Now, if I could get a Cardinal RG, that would be even better, because the Cardinal RG was Cessna's. You know, it was made in the 70s and early 80s. It was Cessna's kind of high performance, high wing aircraft, like up from the 172 and the 182, and it had retractable gear. Well, the 172 and 182 had retractable gear too, some models, but the 177, these struts, so you see these struts, these support struts going from the fuselage to the wings. This 177 didn't have those. So it was just a wing with no struts, and it was so much better to look, you know, as a sightseeing plane. And it flew faster. So that would be the plane I want, is the Cessna 177 Cardinal RG. Yeah, I have a job interview tomorrow for real estate photography. So that's 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's a quote-unquote part-time job. Not that I really need a job. I just... A buddy of mine works for him. He's like, hey, why don't you come take pictures of houses? I was like, does it pay all right? You know, so we're going to talk pay tomorrow, and then I'll decide. But we're in where are we at? Let's bring up some porn. No, let's bring up some Sky Vector. So if you're flying and you really want to know what you're doing, you just pull up Sky Vector here, and Sky Vector gives us everything. So we could go up here and we could look up in Europe and stuff like that. So we're gonna go up here and look in Upper Michigan here, and where we just crossed. I'm thinking we just crossed here. It's hard to tell. I wish they had this level of detail VFR map on the game. Okay, let's see. We can always find out where we are. Okay, we can always find out where we are because we have VOR stations, and I could just tune to a VOR station and get the ADB or the NDB, and I forgot DME. It'll give me the direction and distance. So 112.2 to Sol Center E. We're not at Sol Center E though, are we? Yeah, we gotta be. We took off from over here somewhere. I think we took off from Gore Bay. Okay, so let's tune to Sol Center E's VOR at 112.2. So let's go back in the plane here. We'll resume. We'll go on here. Let's go. Now, I've never really messed with the audio in this. Okay, so where's nav? Nav. There's comm. There's no nav radio. Menu. Comm frequency 1. Oh, nav frequency. Here we go. 1122. Enter. And we will change. Where's menu? Can we change the HSI to from nav to VOR? How do we do it? Now, comm frequency we have loaded is 118.265, but we don't really need that. We'll listen for nav. So if we're in range of it, we could hear the Morse. So the question becomes, where is, we've got that set. Transfer, okay, we transferred it to there. Now how? Okay, there we go. VOR 1. Okay, evidently we're not in range of that VOR station, so we'll just keep flying until we are. So I have a setting. There's a setting in the game called, if you go to audio, where is sound? So you can select communication selection as headphone simulation. So it applies a simulation of headphone acoustics that filters the external sound environment. So the aircraft is louder than hell. So with that simulation on, it quiets down the aircraft inside the cockpit like it would on a normal plane. So I'm just looking at my iPad here, making sure, yeah, this is on the windshield of the plane, not on my monitor. I was like, my monitor's not dirty, I just cleaned it. So, okay, so we're going to fly. Let's go to external and see if we still got our information for VR. Yes. So we're just south of Sault Ste. Marie, because Sault Ste. Marie has to be up here. Sault Ste. Marie, however you say it, it's got to be up here. So let's turn northeast or northwest and we'll fly towards it and see if we can't pick up the nav radio, that VOR beacon. Okay, while we're doing this, we're going to not use autopilot, so we're just going to use trim. We're going to use up and down, trim and the throttle to keep us at a steady altitude. So I've got the trim to neutral, as you see here, and I'm just applying throttle to get us to get. I really want it to fly at 100 knots, so I'm going to bump us up to 100 knots, and then I'll set the trim for 100 knots. So that's the throttle right now. I'm adjusting the throttle to 100 knots. Right now I don't have my hand on the stick at all. Looks like there's a little wind. It's kind of blowing across from the left. I'm going to dip that wing into the wind and see as the wings dip into the wind, now the wind's kind of blowing me. The wing, the ailerons kind of to the right. It's pretty in upstate Michigan. Like I said, it's kind of wild. A lot of trees. I guess upstate Michigan. What'd you call Upper Michigan? I guess you call it upstate New York if you were in New York. So I can't help us here. We're gonna look back at this VOR. Where does this go? We want to navigate to the where are we going to go? We're going to go find this Lucy, this Newberry Airport. So just pardon me for a second. Let me get my little trusty little ruler type little thing and find me a bearing from there to there. So from there to there, it's going to be 265. Okay, so I'll be doing a course on this later, but we're going to take a 265 radial from there. And if you watch my videos before, you kind of know what it works. So we're going to fly towards that VOR station until it reads this VOR station sends a signal out 360 degrees. So it's got one pointed every 10 degrees or so. It's got like a little antenna, and that's the radio coming off that VOR station, and it sends a kind of like a beacon, kind of like that way. And that way your aircraft knows what radio it's on and what radio it's going to. That's why you know if you're going to the VOR station or from the VOR station. So if I'll show you a VOR station. I've actually been to this VOR station and looked at it. They usually show pictures of them. This one I show you. Let's go to images. It's not right. I have pictures of it on my Facebook, but I kind of wanted to see if it had. Okay, so this is a VOR station, and you can see these are the radios coming off of it. These are the little antennas that show you the radios, and the VOR station looks kind of like that. The one at Casanova, I thought it was looked like a missile silo almost. I'll find it and post it in Discord, but yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I was just getting you an idea. So each one of these things is a radio. And we're going to take the 265 radio. So to do that, we're going to go back in the cockpit here, and we're going to go to find something that says course. That's heading, altitude. I want course. Let's see, source. The wind's kind of blowing. Menu. Can we get map? No. This way you want to have it trimmed out so you can just make small adjustments to the ailerons, and then you're not worried about crashing while you're looking down in the cockpit. So what I'm looking for is something to adjust the source. Now most planes have a, what does this do? That's not that. Okay, there's heading. We don't need to do that. You need a, okay, so everybody, even if you're I believe how it goes is every pilot must start with a private pilot's license. It doesn't matter if you're flying fixed wing or rotary wing. And then everything else is a certification. So you have a license, which is your initial private pilot's license. Then everything after that is a certification added on to that license. That's how I think it goes. So, like for instance, I go get my private pilot license. To be instrument rated, I have to go through the course, and then that is a certification on top of the PPL. Same thing with commercial pilots. It's a commercial pilot certification. Not really, because you already know how to fly. It's just certifying you to fly commercial aircraft, if I remember correctly. Okay, so this might be a little hectic here. I don't know. Okay, that's heading. That's altitude. Usually there's a button, you can just press it and it changes it from one to the other. It's easier to do in the 152. That's what we should have flown. We should have flown. Well, I'm getting the Premium Deluxe Edition, so inside the Premium Deluxe Edition there is a version of the 152. I don't know what version of the 152 it is, but there's a version of the 172 that just has the 430, the Garmin 430 and the Garmin 530 GPS units. So it's easier to use that and actually fly than using these glass cockpits, because I prefer to use the old steam gauges, the old gauges. And I'm still looking for this stupid thing, this nav. I wish it. Okay, VOR1, but how do I select the course? There has to be a way to select the course in here somewhere. Or maybe not. We might switch over to the Cessna 152 because it's not going to be much faster than this. And it'll be more fun. But first I'm going to find somewhere to land. Where we at? There's our target right there, 45 MI. MI. That's in Canada, isn't it? No, it's not. It's right here somewhere. Where are you at, 45 MI? Anybody see it? There's Sault Ste. Marie. That's KICU. Somewhere. There it is, right there. We're not crashing, are we? No. Well, it's got to be up here somewhere, doesn't it? It's up on this island right here, Oak Ridge. Didn't show it on the sky vector, but it's on here, so I'm going to fly to it. Maybe not. So have you played this yet, Kurt? Or are you still just waiting on controls? I was looking to get the Logitech CH Pro, on which is the yoke and throttle quadrant. But the people on Amazon, they bought them all, and now they're selling them for like $300, $400, $500 for flight controls. And normally in VFR flight, we wouldn't be up here in this cloud like this, because VFR flight, you have to be, I think it's 500 feet of separation between the base of the cloud layer. You have to be 500 feet below it, and 2,000 feet left and right horizontal. So we're just gonna pretend we're instrument rated, and we can be up here like this, which we are. We're not in any danger. Yeah, it said Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be the one game of 2020 that really revitalizes the whole computer industry. Yeah, it depends how bad the fog is. Okay, so a lot of places, if you're not instrument rated, you can't take off if the weather's socked in, right? And then some places will close. There's no air traffic coming in or out. So there's different levels. So the cloud base is like what, 2,500 feet would be the cloud base here. I guess I'm flying towards this little place. No, we're not. Where's this island? There it is. It's got to be that island right there. And it doesn't look like it has a beacon because I can't see anything. At least not the beacon. So we'll land this. We'll go back with the 152 because that 152 is ancient and it's a trainer. And we'll do some fun old-fashioned flying without GPS, what majority of people can't do. Yeah, the plane is trimmed. It's trimmed pretty well at 90 knots. And we're looking for an airfield. So if you press up on the hat switch on the HOTAS X, this is what it does for you. It just zooms in a little bit. Press down, it goes through all these little things. Press left, press right, and all that crap. I still don't know what the hell that is down there. But if you press up on the keypad, when you actually arrow keys, this is what it does for you. Where are we? I didn't want to do that. Hit the throttle while I was hitting V on the keyboard. Okay, so there is an airport up here somewhere. We're going to go a little bit lower below this cloud base to see if we can see it. Yeah, I got tired of playing World War II sims. I had the last World War II sim I bought was Cliffs of Dover. L2 Cliffs of Dover. I have L2 1946. I used to have World War II fighters from Jane's Combat Simulations. That's probably the one I like the most. L2's fun. L2 1946. I have that. Of course, I have War Thunder, but War Thunder is nothing to write home about. I think this is the airfield right here. We'll swing by it and then we'll come back around and land. And we'll take off in the 152 from here. I'm pretty sure this is an airfield. Let's go to external view so it's easier to see. The only thing about a tail dragger is it's hard to see out of. Yep, that is an airfield because there's hangars at the end. Just to make sure, yes, we are flying over 45 mi. I can say let's discuss some airport operations here. Right now, I would be on the left downwind for runway, whatever runway that is, because it's off my left wing. I want to turn left, like this, to cut across, and this would be left crosswind if we don't crash. That's left crosswind. Now on the downwind. And we're going to turn left base in a second. I'll get a little more altitude. I played way back in the day, probably before any of you were old enough to play video games. There was a game called Air Warrior, and Rudy and I used to play Air Warrior. And it was old. The graphics were just crap. I mean, but it was a fun game to play. But it was a multiplayer game. It's called Air Warrior. We played the first Air Warrior. Look it up. See what the graphics look like. Crap. We played that, and there was a game that came with it called Mech Warrior. We played that. That was before Mech Warrior actually had a 3D game. So that was kind of like the first Mech Warrior game. We're going to throw these flaps down. So we're going to land here, and then we'll take off in the 152. Maybe not from here. This might not be a long enough runway for the 152. We'll see. Rudy's out fishing right now. Touchdown. And we're down. Okay, let's go get the 152. We'll take off from the same airport. And the 152 has no autopilot whatsoever. So we can do the 152 or the 172. See, that's where we took off Drummond. And we landed here. So we're going to be taking off from Franklin's again. Set as departure, different aircraft. Now, I've not flown that Cub. So we'll take the 152. I'm not flying with live multiplayer either. I turned that off because that gets annoying. You have people buzzing you and everything like that. It's just annoying. Thankfully, there's Ghost on. They can't crash into you because they would. For the memes, you know what I mean? You be in an airline at 30,000 feet, somebody come buzz you, slam into you. Especially once they get military jets in here, because then it's really going to be crazy. That's coming in a DLC as well. Okay, let's go ahead and put our flaps all the way down. Get rid of these yokes because they're all up in the way. So we have the engine on, ready to go. Park and brake can be taken off. And we wanted to, what did we say? That was 112.2, so let's go ahead and put that in our nav radio here. 112.2. We'll flop that over. And we want so our nav 1 just came alive. Here it is right here. And we want the 265 radio, is that what we said? The 265 radio off of there, and that will take us to close to this airport here, which is Luce County. Where's Luce County at? How far away you live from that, Kurt? I know you do. I know you live close to it. No, you don't. So we'll swing by here again, then we'll swing up here to Handley. I don't know what VR station we'll use for that. I guess we'll use this VR station here. And that's about a 270, maybe a 265 radio from there. We'll see. That's going to be about, yeah, we'll just say a 27 once we get to this airport. We'll take a 27 radio from this VR station. We have to get the frequency, the Sawyer VOR. So we're taking off from somewhere right here, which isn't listed. We're going to fly north until we get onto this 265 radio. Then we'll make a left-hand turn, fly from down this 265 radio to this airport. When we get here, we'll change over frequencies to 117.1, and we are going to go ahead and load that into nav 2. So we have 2 nav radios. And actually, we could turn it in here. So 117. What was that? 117.1. Alright. And we're going to take the same radio, almost 265. Alright, we're ready to go. And we're just going to get off onto the external view here. It's because you can see more. It's not because I'm being unrealistic, it's that it's for streaming, it's a lot easier and people can see more. So that throttle max, engine RPM coming up. And let's go. Airspeed's coming alive. Airspeed's at 50 knots, 55 knots, 60 knots, and we can rotate. Flaps up. Flaps all the way retracted. Alright, we're going to make our left-hand turn up to the north. Okay, so we have a problem. It's not showing us our VOR up here, so we'll have to fly from inside the aircraft, which doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't mind flying from the inside of the aircraft. If you guys don't, and I have to set the VR anyways. So let's go back down in here, and what's our trim look like? Trim's all right. We need to trim up a little bit more. Let's trim it up a little bit, and I've got the trim set up a little bit more. So we're gonna look down here. It says VR. Okay, so we're gonna set the OBS to 265. So you see, we're on right now. We're on like going a 3.2 radio. We want to go to the 265 radio, which we're going to put right there. Okay, and you see we're flying to the VR station. And we're going to go ahead and turn our transponder on, even though we're not going to need it. And we are going to listen for it. And I can hear it. You guys probably can't hear it, but I can hear it in my headset. We're just going to fly north until we get onto that radio. Well, this thing right here will change. So the closer it gets to the center, we have to make that turn to 260, 265. But now I'm making a right turn to 330. Trim is set. We're doing pretty well. We trimmed out maybe 500 feet per minute is our rate of climb. So I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's going beep, 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 beep. That's the Morse code for that station, the VR station. It's beep, 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 beep. The two long ones at the end. So the 152 is a very simple aircraft. It's just, you can buy one for like $15,000 or something like that. Actually, I'll look on Air Controller and see right now. Controller.com. If you ever want to look at plane prices, just go to controller.com and you can look to your heart's content. So right now they have one Cessna 152 on there, and it's 40 grand. It's a 1978 152. That's crazy. 40 grand for a plane, for that type plane. But that's not bad though. Needs to be painted. So we'll still make a right-hand turn because the wind's pushing us, so we'll make a left-hand turn. Calumet, Michigan. Didn't Red Dawn? No, Red Dawn took place in Calumet, Colorado, right? Yeah. I think the only people that would invade Michigan are the Canadians. What do you think, Kurt? Back there, external. It's funny how it's still showing the heading bug right here. Oh, look, Rudy's back. I thought you were going fishing. We're on a mission, Rudy. flying to go pick up Kurt. Oh, you took everything but your wallet, so you didn't have your fishing license with you. Huh. Smart. God forbid you don't have your fishing license around here. Automatic direction finder. Okay, do I have an ADF in here? Why don't I have an ADF in here? Oh, there it is. I think that was 115. Okay, so let's see if we get the ADF to change. So that necessarily wasn't an ADF channel. Yeah, especially on weekends because he'd be out there looking for you, for real. So we're flying VOR if anybody, if anybody's wondering what the hell we're doing. We're trimmed up for about, just a little bit less than 90 knots. And let's see if we can find an ADF or a DME around here anyway. So what's the channel on this one? Channel 59. Let's see. Guess we can't turn that one to 0. So that's not going to be it. I don't even know if they're going to have ADBs even listed on here. Well, we're at. We're still trying to fly north to get this 265 radial to our next destination. So this is one of the things that makes VOR flying difficult, is that it's kind of slow. You can't fly direct. You have to go to the Vor station, get the radial, or intercept the radial somehow. But back in the day, this is how you know where you are. Didn't you get the 3900X, Kurt? Isn't that the CPU you got? Because I'm thinking about getting the same CPU, just upgrading my 3700X to the 3900X. Did she get the XT or the X? I think she just got the X. Oh, you got the 3600. No. Yeah, I'd rather get the XT. But they're saying now, I've seen so many reports now that the RTX 3090 is going to be like $1,400. So I think I might just save up and get that and then worry about getting the CPU after that. I want to have actually money put back for the RTX 3090 when it comes out. Because it's supposed to have like 24 gigs of VRAM. Oh, shoot, we flew past it. My bad. I'm sitting here talking to you guys and we've done flown past the radial. So let's make a 180-degree turn and go south until we catch back up with that radio again. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I wasn't even looking, so we passed our radio. And we're flying to it now. You see the radio coming. It's coming in right here on the VOR nav radio. So we're going to turn to 265. Make a right-hand turn to it. And we need to tighten that turn up a little bit more. And it doesn't matter. We can adjust as we get closer to it. So we're going to fly west until we line back up with that radio arm. You see it's closing in kind of to the center. Okay, make a left-hand turn. We're almost center of that VOR radio. There we go. We're dead on 265 from that Soul Samurai VOR. And that's how you do it. That's VOR. Yeah, we're going to fly down here until we reach our next destination, which is going to be, where is it? That CAN EQ one. I think that's where we're flying to, right? Where are we flying to? We're flying to ERY, KERY, which isn't even listed on here. See, these are fixes, intersections and stuff. So I only say KERY even on this map. It's on the Sky Vector though. Oh, what's down here? What's this? Mackinac City? Is that? Oh, is this Lansing? What's down here, Kurt? Is that place pretty cool? Make sure we're not crashing. We are drifting a little bit there. Thanks for the follow. Whoever just followed. I need to get these alerts working because somebody just followed. I don't know who it was. We'll find out. Because thanks for the follow, Neo. Maybe we should fly down there. That bridge is 5 miles long. You say? No. Really? It's a bridge, not a tunnel? Yeah, I don't have the alert thing on there. I guess I do, but it's just not showing on here. No. We got to go see that. Dude, I didn't realize how big Michigan was. Well, no, this is just Michigan right here. This is, what the hell place is this? This is Illinois? Minneapolis? Minnesota. So yeah, we're going to turn south. So what is this? This is 11.8. So we're going to take the 11 shit. How did I just say? 118. It can't be 118 because it doesn't go up that high. It is 111.8. So 111.8. And we'll set that. And we want to fly 180. So we'll go ahead and take this. We'll take this, flop this into here. We're not in range of it yet. Now we are. Let's pick it up. And we're going to fly south. So what we're going to do now is, so the nav radio beacon has changed. The tone has changed. And I know you guys probably still can't hear it. Oh, start a group. I have to start a group, John. I just invited you. I invited a little Swede boy as well. Okay, so now we're flying west, and we're going to intercept that. Actually, we're not flying. We're going to flying southwest. We're going to fly west until we intercept that 180 radial. Because you know, we're real pilots. We're not little streaming pilots, live stream pilots who really don't know how to fly. I did send Rudy an invite. I don't know if he's in here or not. The cool thing is now we can adjust the weather if we wanted to. We got live weather. We can change rain, snow, storm, high level clouds, broken clouds. But right now we're still using live weather because we're not flying live multiplayer. If we got somebody in the back, they're going to have to lay down in the back. No. Oh, that would suck. Imagine if we hit turbulence and Mikey was laying down in the back of the plane. His ass would be flying up and down in the back. Kurt be having to beat him with a stick. But it's smooth flying day, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. We do have to keep an eye on our fuel because we got a quarter tank, it looks like. Did you get my invite, Rudy? Oh, waiting to load. Oh, Rudy's joined your group. I invaded the little Swede boy as well. I don't know if he was in the world map. Our little buddy, our little buddy Luda. And I'll switch it back. I guess, well, if he's streaming, I don't really want to bother him. If Rudy's streaming. So we're going to stay in the cockpit because we wouldn't have to stay in the cockpit if it showed the HSI. I guess we can get a Discord then. I'll go to, where are we going to? Oh, we're in Flight Sim. There we go. We're in Flight Simulator 2020. Alright, so it's starting to pull in. You can see the little vertical line here. It's starting to pull closer to the left. So we still got a little further to go. We'll make our left-hand turn to 180. There's something about these old planes with these old steam gauges and everything like that. Not that they're really steam gauges. So steam, I'm just saying, steam doesn't operate these things or anything like that, but they're called steam gauges because that's what they look like. They look like steam gauges. So there's something about flying these old steam gauge aircraft I love. I don't like the old, unlike Mikey, I don't like the old planes. Like the old, what was that plane? It had 3 propellers. So you had a propeller on the nose, you had a propeller on each wing, and it was like an airliner.
The Junker 97 or something like that? Junker or something?
I don't know if it was a Junker, but the Americans made one too.
Okay.
So we're slowly getting closer to our radial here. You'll see it pulling to the left. Get closer and closer. What are you flying, Rudy?
Cub?
X-Cub?
Mm-hmm.
I was flying that. I just couldn't figure out how to set the course for their VR. Mm-hmm. So I'd still be flying if I could. Yeah, I'm going to look it up now. You make me look it up. So they made one called the Conroy Tri-Turbo 3, but I don't think it was an airliner. It was like a modified DC-3 with a prop in the nose.
And why is the weather so clear for you?
I don't think it's clear for me. I've got some clouds. Well,
Some dark clouds.
back when I first started, there were clouds.
Some massively dark clouds. That's what I mean.
Oh, I don't know.
Like the ceiling's only like 4,000 feet before I hit the clouds.
Now, I don't know how that weather thing works, because it was like that for me. If everybody remembers, at the beginning of the stream, the cloud base is like 2,500 feet. And it was kind of like looking kind of rainy and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cause so this thing's moving slow because we're so far away from the Vor Station. And we're only on the 172, so it's not flying that fast. Your phone's being stupid, huh? Likely excuse, Mikey. Likely excuse. Now the Douglas DC-3 might be a fun plane to fly. I think I've flown it before in Flight Simulator 10. Okay, we can go ahead and turn that off. Tired of hearing it. Okay, see, now we're on that radio, but we're so far away. Oh, we went past it. So now we're going to turn. I'll turn back a little bit. Now you see it's pulling back in from the left now, coming into center. Where's Rudy at? There he is. He's flying around his little X-Cub. So we're still trimmed out. Huh?
You sweet boy.
I don't know. I invited him. He didn't accept the invite. So really, once we get on this 180 radio, we can go back to the external view and see a lot more of Michigan besides the cockpit of this 152. There's really his little cockpit lights. This is a lot more peaceful than flying with a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're flying in a group. This is how we'd have to do it with Kurt. And Kurt would go take us on a tour of Michigan. We can find spots to land in, go fishing. Now, supposedly you're supposed to get out of your plane in this game and walk around your plane. I have not figured out how to do it yet.
Maybe you have to do it on camera view or something. I don't know.
Okay, so we're getting closer. I'm going to turn 180. Now, back in the 80s, there was back in the 80s, there was a movie called, TV show called Tales of the Golden Monkey, and they had the old float plane. I forgot what it was. Rudy and I, that was like our favorite show when we were kids, which was Tales of the Golden Monkey. Well, it tells us what type of plane it is. Oh, it's a Grumman Goose. That's where he flies. The old Grumman Goose, the old float plane. That's where he flies in the TV show. The old Grumman Goose. Okay, we're almost on the 180 radio, so we'll get ready to turn south here in a second. Where's Rudy at? Is he still behind us?
Nah.
What'd you do? Go get another plane?
Yeah.
What you getting?
Oh.
This game does look amazing in HDR. Sadly, I don't stream in HDR because you guys wouldn't see it anyways. It'd be kind of blown out. All the reflections and light would be kind of blown out. I just can't do it. I can't make you all suffer like that. I can't make your eyeballs bleed. All right, we're gonna make a right-hand turn to 180. There we go. We're going to go find this mythical bridge of Kurt's.
Micro Center.
Yeah, it's Micro Center Kurt. I would call it a big PC chain. So we're going to get down here to this, oh, he's flying in, that's what he's flying in, what you call it, Italy, Turin. Where are we going here? So we're going to fly down here to this airport here. Pelliston Regional. And then we'll go fly somewhere else. We'll fly a faster plane so we can get further, be a little more interesting for you guys. And all you got to do is start looking for a place to fly. Y'all find us an airport, throw the ICAO code in the chat, and we'll start off from there. So what? Huh? Pelliston has an ILS runway. It's this one right here, going this way. Let's just for the giggles, let's do an ILS approach. What do you guys think? You guys up for it? I'm up for it. Alright, now you guys get to learn how to do an ILS approach. Set one up. Okay, so this is the ILS approach into runway 32 at whatever the hell what is this, Preston? Pelliston, Michigan. Pelliston Regional Airport in Emmett County. How far is Emmett County from you, Kurt? Probably on the other side of the state, just my luck. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to plug this localizer in. See this 111.3? So we're going to do it on this radio down here, 111.3. Flip that in, and now we're going to go down here to this secondary. This is why you need, technically in these old steam gauge planes like this, you need 2 nav radios to be IFR capable. So this 152 is IFR capable because it has 2 IFR radios, 2 nav radios. So we want 320. So that would be that, 320. Alright. So once we get down here, we're going to fly that, and that will line us up on the runway. Now, the difference is when we go to land, the ILS is vertical, and we're flying the localizer is horizontal. So this, the difference between this and this is that we could do it on this one as well. But instead of this line moving left and right, we also have to worry about this line moving up and down because that'll give us our glide slope for ILS. Not that we're in IMC conditions or instrument landing conditions, but it's also fun to actually practice these. And because this doesn't have autopilot, you actually have to do it yourself. Like these planes will fly, the other planes will fly fully coupled, and this one will not. So we'll do instrument landing at Pelliston, and then we'll go somewhere else. Wherever you guys want to go. It doesn't matter. That's going to take us a while to get down there, I think. We'll go back out to external because we're not really losing anything here. I guess this is the highway, I guess, right, Kurt? It takes you all the way down to that bridge. So yeah, I tried to stream this earlier, and it kept telling me I need another disc. So if you're playing the game and it ever tells you that you need another disc to play the game or fly the sim, I had to update the Microsoft gaming services. And once I did that, then it worked fine. This is literally how slow the Cessna 152 is. I mean, it's not fast at all, but it's a trainer. It's meant to teach how to fly. And it's little. Look. There's Kurt in the passenger seat. So they are coming out with a DLC or an update to the game where if you have the game, you can actually fly. You can fly along. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That'll be fun. So you're gonna have to send Rudy your address, Mikey, because next week I'm sending you or next couple of weeks I'm sending you the 1060, the old 1060 on my son's computer, because he's getting a new graphics card. And then the following month I'll update him to what I want to do is update him to the 3700X that I have here after I put the 3900 XT in it. And then I'll switch him over to Ryzen. And then I'll send you that 7700, the motherboard and RAM that he has in his computer now. That way Mikey can have a halfway decent PC. We're going to change our tail number too. Because Mikey plays with us all the time. Not everybody plays with us. So that's why I don't mind sending Mikey shit. We're almost down to that bridge, Kurt. You gonna jump out? Got a parachute with you? I mean, look at Kurt. Look. Check him out. Where's he at? Why are you so serious looking, Kurt? And we both look alike. We're twins. That can't be Kurt. That's gotta be Rudy. So is weather live? What's snow look like? Oh man, that's snow. Oh my God, the airspeed just went to nothing. Rain. Oh, here's rain. Ugh. Yeah, it is, Kurt. Yeah, I like flying with live weather, but I don't think this is live weather right now. There's not a cloud in sight. What's the weather in Michigan right now? We're going to Pellston. So we can do this the easy way. So we'll go to Pellston here. We'll say Pellston and we'll go to the METARS report. It's not showing the METARS. It's not telling us the current weather. AirNav does. So we're going to come here and we're going to land at Pellston, do the ILS approach. What we'll do is once we get down here, we'll change it over to snow. And we'll land in the snow at Pellston. That way you can see how ILS works. We're good right now. We're at 4,300 feet. Pattern altitude is probably going to be about 3,000 feet. So that's usually pattern altitude. We're on the 187 radial, the 180 radial, so we'll come down across the bridge like this. Once we get over Mud Lake, we'll probably pick up the ILS because it's broad and it's shooting. So ILS only goes one way, and if it's the ILS is for 3.2, it's a beam of radio signal coming that way. See, so that's the ILS. It's just beaming in one direction. And the actual compass heading is 321 degrees. And we're entering pattern altitude would be 2,500 feet. You can see that here. Minimums would be ILS minimums are 912 feet. We'll see if the ILS can bring us down. There's actually an amazing video if you guys get a chance to watch it. It's a Cessna Citation X, one of their fastest business jets. It's landing in a snowstorm, in a blizzard. It's in a blizzard, landing in Goose Bay, Canada. It's like one of the northern airports. And I think it's like 45 knots wind, 45 knot crosswind, gusting to 55, and the runway's covered with snow, and they're landing that jet there in a blizzard. Well, I don't know, Mikey. There's going to be a lot of third-party aircraft. Like right now, there's one third-party aircraft available for this, and it's the Coronado Cessna 182 Turbo 182. But I'm not paying $30 for it. Because, yeah, we can do that, Kurt. But I have to be back up at 2,500 feet in a second. So we'll go fly lower and closer. So, contrary to popular belief, to descend, I've said this a couple times, to descend you do not point your nose at the ground. You just pull back on the throttle. And that's how you descend in an aircraft. There's a little airfield right here. You know, that would be a cool island to live on, except for in wintertime. I don't think you can land on the bridge. I think it's got collisions. They haven't fixed the collisions yet for the bridges. I won't land on it and crash because I want to do this ILS landing. I mean, I could try to land on the bridge. So flying at 1,800 RPMs. Yeah, we have a 14 miles long Rudy? Is Rudy even still in here? So the tunnel going from the eastern shore to Norfolk, Virginia, that crosses the entire Chesapeake Bay. And it's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. It's a combination of bridges and tunnels. I think it's like 15 miles long or something like that. Somebody probably look it up and give me a better idea, but it's a long bridge too. But it's not a bridge, it's got tunnels and bridges along the way. Is that a toll bridge? Because it looks like is that a toll station right there? Like, if you look right here, is that a toll station? They charge a toll to go across the bridge? I bet you they do. Oh, I guess there is a toll. Yep, so there's a toll station. Damn, look at that clover leaf. So it's a straight jetty on most of it. So about a mile of it looks to be a jetty. Because isn't that riprap alongside that, along that side of the bridge right there? It does look like a bunch of riprap right there, the causeway. Then they so they've done it like, so it's basically the same as the bridge tunnel here on the bay, lower bay. So they have islands there as well. So the bridge goes from bridge to island, from bridge to island. Oh, you don't remember that jetty? Yeah, it might be a glitch, for real. So we'll go down lower. Cut the throttle all the way back. Hey Danny, how's it going, man? So throttle's all the way back to 0. The reason she RPM still up high is because of the wind coming across the prop. Wow, we're up to 90 knots in that 152. Whoo! Wait until you get your flight controls, Kurt. See, if I were you, I'd already be playing it because I couldn't control myself. So is On-Air company, is it working with Flight Simulator 2020? I know it was working for FSX and X-Plane 11. Oh, okay. Is that the one with its own GUI and everything like that? I know they were making an online flight service like that that had its own GUI and everything like that. Is that the one? So you can download like an app for it? You remember, Rudy, I was telling you about that app. There's a it's like your like ETS and ATS but for planes. Oh, okay. I think that's the one. I'll have to look it up, Danny. Thanks for reminding me, because I couldn't remember the name of the app. But I'll look it up after this, Danny. Thanks, man. Because I did like doing that in FSX. I did like doing the cargo stuff. I wouldn't fly the airliners. What I do is I take the Cessna Caravan, the 208. I need another monitor for that, though. Oh, so it's a monthly fee. Now, see, I was thinking about getting the ForeFlight. Not that you guys would benefit from it, but the ForeFlight integrates with this as well. So I was thinking about getting that. And so I have real-time moving maps and everything like that, but I'd have to use them on a second monitor. Okay, we're going to go back inside so we can pull up this. So now we're going to change the weather to just straight up crap. Let's get the, well, before we do that, let's get to pattern altitude, which is 2,500 feet. ForeFlight is actually for real pilots. So it's what you load on your iPad, and it gives you the glass cockpit and overlaid VFR maps and stuff like that. So you could see yourself on that approach plate. You could see yourself on the VFR map and everything like that. And it's actually for real planes, but they have a plug-in that works for Flight Simulator. It actually works for X-Plane 11 as well. Okay, so we're going to be landing here. Maybe. Hold on. KMCD. Let's look at KMCD on the VFR map and see if it has ILS, because that would be closer. Oh, it's expensive. It's like $120 for a year. But for me, I fly a lot of sims, so it's a lot of, I don't know how much the other one is. So I did Pilot Edge as well. I did Pilot Edge for about 2 months, and then I couldn't justify the $15 a month just to fly, the airports on the West Coast. You know what I mean? So excuse me, while we're gonna go look at this. No, it does not have ILS. What about this one? No ILS. Looks like Pellston's the only airport with the ILS around here. So, you know what that means. We have to fly further south. And we are at 3,000 feet. So let's go ahead and turn to weather to straight crap. And we will do... What do you guys want to do? Do you guys think rain? Would this be better? Or snow? This one looks a lot worse. Yeah, we'll do snow. So we're going to do straight snow. One thing we need to do now is we need to turn on heat. So we're going to turn pitot on. We don't have any kind of de-icing, which sucks because we might actually ice up and crash and die. A horrible death. So where's cabin air? Cabin heat. Pull that all the way out. Wow, look at that temperature. Outside air temperature's below 0. It's about, what, 10 below? A little less than 10 below. So we need to go ahead and pull up because we are heading straight for the ground like a rocket. So I'm trimming up now. I'm trying to trim up to get some straight level flight without having to have back pressure on the stick. So we're just going to keep adjusting our trim. Like I said, that ILS station is 3.2. It's ILS 3.2 on that runway. So we've already got it plugged into our secondary VOR nav radio down here. And now we're just... Well, for one thing, we need to fly south. It would probably help us if we grab another VOR. So let's, I've got it pretty much trimmed. Oh, no, I don't either. I don't really mind the snow. We don't get a lot of snow in Virginia. Okay, so let's find us a VOR station. So let's just go back to our 180. So we'll fly to 180 radial. Oh, hold on. We just kicked in. And we're freaking losing altitude as well. So our nav radio, secondary nav radio, has now kicked in. See it down there. We've got to get back up to pattern altitude. So pattern altitude for Pelston is 2,500 feet. We just lost the radio as well. This is probably going to be a little challenging we're still descending. Can't see anything out the left or right windows. They're all frozen up. The wings are probably frozen. That's probably why we're not getting a lot of lift. We're going to try it though. So we've turned completely around almost. So we need to go back to south without crashing. This would normally not be an aircraft you'd want to fly in these conditions. If you see snow and low clouds and stuff like that in a 152, you probably would just want to say no, I will go fly another day. But we're still going to do it. Try to do it at least. We may crash, we may die, burn. But yeah. Better to do it in a flight sim than do it in real life, you know? So I still want to climb back up. We're at 1,500 feet. I still want to climb up to about, like I said, pattern altitude is 2,500. And we're still turning. Yeah, when we burn. At least the cabin heat's on. Come on, plane. Stay up in the air. And she's going back down again. It's like ever more and more back pressure on this freaking stick. I'm gonna try to keep us at 1,000 feet per minute until we get up to some kind of, like I said, this thing doesn't have autopilot. We're just flying on radios, which is really the test of a pilot, really, in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the wings are iced. Because we're not getting a lot of lift. See, we're stalling now at 500 feet per minute. See here the stall buzzer? And we're not even at 2,000 feet, so we're, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say the wings are iced. So as I try to keep us in the air, let's see. Yeah, there is no icing condition. This thing isn't registered for ice at all. So see, we're stalling at 60 knots. And we need to hurry up and find that airport. How far are we away from it? Oh, wow. We're a ways away from it, boys. Let's see if we can keep a 500 feet per minute vertical speed. Any kind of speed above, that's going to help us here. We're just not going to get there very fast. We're at 70 knots right now. Getting nowhere fast, as they say. Come to think of it, I don't even know if the 172 is see, I'm pulling back and it's now get the stall buzzer. I could risk going lower and hopefully get out of the clouds. But then I've traded altitude. And I don't know. At this point, we might not have a choice. We might have to go lower. I don't think there is no carb heat. I don't see a carb. Oh, there's a carb heat. Thank you. But I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is the wings are iced over. Let's look. No, the wings don't look iced. Windows are sure as hell iced over. Ah, go back inside. Go back inside. There we go. Carpeet's full in. Mixture's full in. Like I said, there is no... I in the exact opposite direction now. We could probably make that KSLH. The cloud base doesn't look that high. I mean, it doesn't look that low. We could probably make that one. That may be the... I don't know. We're freaking going down though. So the 152 is not a plane you want to be flying the snow in. Definitely. You feel that? Do you hear that noise? Okay, I'm going to try to keep our... I haven't landed yet. Oh, shoot. We died. We hit the ground. Yeah, there was no getting out of that one. Warmth. Listen to Mikey. Okay, I'm going to redeem myself because there is a plane in here that does have... there is a plane in here that does have it. And I believe the Beach Bonanza G36 has it. Yeah, it might have been he hitting the treetop. We could try the 172, but I'm pretty sure that has carb heat. You know, these I really wanted to take a high wing aircraft in there. We could take the 208. I've not flown the 208 yet, so let's just go ahead and take the 208. We'll start in the air. Flight conditions will suck. Gibraltar? I'll fly Gibraltar next. Yeah, I was asking if anybody wanted to fly a different location. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit pause break here so we have time to set this up. We are going to get this information here. So we're going to do the ILS approach to Pelston. The only reason I pause it is because I don't have to worry about flying a plane and have to do this all at the same time. So we're going to do this. The Pelston localizers 111.3. We'll set that into nav 1. Ah. So 111.3, I think it was. I hate grabbing these. 1.3. Yes, it is. We'll flop it over, so now it's active. CDI will go to VOR localizer 1. It looks like we're past it. What else we need? We'll turn the seatbelt light on. No smoking. So we do have anti-icing, so turn it all on. Turn on high. Avionics are on. Air conditioning is off. We'll turn cabin heat. I guess this doesn't work. Alright, like I said, I've never flown this plane before, so this is actually what it looks like. Yeah, I'll be flying around still. Alright, so let's get back in the cockpit. Crazy. Okay, so we're going to have to fly west. So let's go ahead and fly west. We'll go ahead and unpause it now. Wow, we're dropping like a rock. Is the engine not on? The engine's on. There we go. We've got speed. Not a lot of speed, though. Don't want that. That's a hell of a wind. Alright, so we're flying west. I want to get back up to pattern altitude. Kind of want to zoom back a little bit. Ugh. Grr. So that wind is really pushing us down. And de-icing's on. We're over torquing the engine. It's not good, but whatever. This is a turboprop. Got decent visibility down here. I'm almost back up to pattern altitude. Alright, there we go. We are flying west. Oh, look, they even show snow on the ground. It's awesome. Flying 270 for the 321 localizer to land runway 32 at Pelston. Now we could cheat and we could fly this all by autopilot because this aircraft does have autopilot, but we're not going to do that. Yeah, it does change instantly. And okay, you see it closing in. It's closing now. Let's go ahead and turn to 3-2, and we're past the runway a little bit. We're actually high. It's hard to see that little magenta line. No, we're high. All right. We're actually way left of it. Okay, I see the airport on the what you call it, on the synthetic vision. That's the advantage of having synthetic vision. Alright, now we're left of it. So I'm kind of looking at synthetic vision because I sure as hell can't see out the cockpit. Okay, there it is. We're kind of lined up pretty much. Looks like we're still high. I still don't have the runway in sight. We're going to pull back on the throttle, slow down. We're coming in 165 knots. That is not good. Below 150, we'll put our first notch of flaps in. I've never flown this plane, so I don't know what they are. But we'll just say, we'll say 140. There's one way right there. Runway's in sight. We're at full flaps. Don't want to slow down too much. There's the runway. What's going on, Liquid? What do I need to do for you? What kind of favor you want? This runway should be pretty long enough. And we are down. Whoa, it's icy. We're not using the brakes. Oh, we're not using the brakes at all. But she is slick. Oh my god, she's slick. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Calm down. Alright, now. We are down and safe, everybody. Can you land at Kozani Airport? It's in West Macedonia, Greece. Yeah, I'll do that, Liquid. Let me take off at then we should fly, what you call it? We'll have one request ahead of us. So we'll do Gibraltar, however you want to pronounce it. And then we'll do Kozani. We're not doing it in the snow though, so we'll do live traffic. Well, not live traffic, AI traffic, and then live weather. Okay, so we're going to Gibraltar. What we'll do is we'll make the crossing. We'll start off in Ibn Batatu, I guess is how you pronounce it, and we'll land at Gibraltar. We'll go ahead and take the Cessna 208. I flew over the Parthenon yesterday. That's pretty cool. It's actually modeled very well. The A321 there? Good luck. I don't even fly airliners. I'll try to fly. I'll land it though. I'll try to. I typically don't fly any commercial airliners. I always fly general aviation. Okay, so let's take the engine off. Park and brake off, and we'll throttle up. Try not to blow the engine up on takeoff. I think Liquid set me up for failure. Flaps coming up. Up, up and away, they say. But we're not going to do this as standard. We're going to go ahead and deviate off the runway heading, and we'll go ahead and make our right-hand turn towards Gibraltar. Normally you wouldn't do this in real life. You'd always fly runway heading until they clear you to turn. Dash 8. That'd be cool. That's what they fly look like all the time, isn't it? So, I know I was complaining about the TBM 930 on here not having the auto throttle. I stand corrected. It is the TBM 940 that has auto throttle, not the TBM 930. Yes, I heard you.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra continue for east departure.
Okay, there's the Mediterranean right there. The mouth of the Mediterranean. Took off from, I guess it's Morocco. Yeah, I don't fly airliners, so I rarely have to request pushback at all.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
The bridges are kind of scuffed right now, Liquid. I tried flying under the Golden Gate Bridge the other day and it crashed. Not that I hit anything, it's just the collisions for the bridges aren't right. So I am flying by hand. I'm not flying via autopilot or anything like that right now. That's pretty here. Oh, that's a good... Oh, man, Dane. You just made a good... I'm going to go fly around London Bridge. But we're going to do Kazanzi first, and we're going to do this A320 Airbus, this flying brick, and we'll try to land at Kazani. I have to find it. Do you have the ICAO code for that? For that Kazani airport? Kazani, something, whatever the hell it is. So we can go ahead and get outside. We're flying the school bus. That's why I like calling the caravan. Oh, just open your window. Because there's some things that I don't really like about how they model all this. Okay, the first one is that this never changes. This always stays GPS en route. I've never seen it say GPS terminal. I've never seen it say GPS LPV or anything like that. So they need to change that. I mean, the synthetic vision is amazing, but this never changes to LPV terminal or anything like that. So that's one of the things they really need to change. It'll make it a little bit more authentic. Because if you've ever seen me fly the TBM 900, the hot start TBM 900, or any of the aircraft when I was flying on X-Plane 11, you'd always see this change from GPS to terminal, and then GPS from terminal to LPV. Turn back here and get on course. So that's one of my pet peeves with the G1000 cockpit. Oh yeah, that one company, what is it? Their partner, Airbus, whatever it is. They did all the. I think they did all the aircraft models, and Microsoft just provided the graphics and. Yeah, you can't do so. You can't do anything. You can't the visors. You can't pull the visors down. You can't open the windows like you can't open this. You can't open that. Does this have a beta mode? Oh, it does have beta. I'm sure it would. I mean, that's a turboprop. But see, this is what that whole Farian, that whole commercial thing that you're talking about, Danny. This is what I would fly most of the time. I would fly this. I would fly the Caravan, the school bus. I paid $65. I think what was it, $65 for the Hot Start TBM 900 for X-Plane 11. That's the last plane I bought, and unless they come out with an amazing aircraft, I probably will not buy an aircraft for this. Oh, so you do have to. Okay, yeah, that's right. You do have to buy your own aircraft. I think you can rent them too, right? Can't you rent one? Rent an aircraft to fly on that? Oh, what are those? Are those what are those? Are those wind turbines? What is that? Oh, I thought they were wind turbines. They kind of look like wind turbines, don't they? Oh, they are wind turbines. Danny has confirmed it. They are wind turbines. No kidding. There are a lot of them. Wow. I think Britain gets a sizable portion of its power from wind turbines, I believe. Let's go ahead and take this. Go ahead and drop throttle, and we'll do a barrel roll. We're at 7,000, 8,000, well, 8,500 feet. We do a barrel roll. Let's see how the caravan does it. Let's see. Do we always trace the aircraft? Nope. Yay. So we did our barrel roll. Everybody happy? Everybody back there puking? Yeah, they have a lot of. We just got a solar plant, so we had a huge solar thing going off. It's 1,400 acres or something like that. And they're putting solar in here. We're going to descend and go past these wind turbines, and we'll land at Gibraltar. And then we'll try to go do the impossible landing at Constanzi, whatever, Western Macedonia. Is that Greek Macedonia or the Republic of Macedonia? Oh yeah, the carbureted Spitfires? Yeah. They had that carburetor float problem. That if you go inverted, they'd stall. The engine would stall, or like kind of sputter out. Well, they were Mark 1s. They fixed it in the Mark 2B, right? I think it was the Mark 2B was the last one maybe to have it. The old Spits. We're powered. Where I'm at in Virginia, we're powered by nuclear power. And we have a couple natural gas plants up north. There's really, I don't know if there's any coal power plants around here. I know in western part of Virginia there are. Southern part of Virginia, where I met my wife when we got married at, that was all hydroelectric power. They have a dam there, hydroelectric dam. Now, you can see these caravans like this everywhere. They're the most popular plane to actually skydive out of, is the Caravan. So if they were skydiving, this was set up for Sky, none of these seats would be here. All these seats would be cleared out. People would be sitting on the floor, and then they just open the door and they just go out. They got a little railing up there to hold on to up there so they can get out the door, and then they'd go. These can't be very efficient wind turbines. Well, they're turning. I didn't think they were turning, but they are turning. I think, didn't Britain go to, they had a wave generator. So the generators were affected by the waves and the tides, and that would produce power as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's France. I don't know, but one of them was working on something like that. I'd like to go to Rhodes too. I want to try landing at Rhodes. If there's, I think there's an airport at Rhodes. The island of Rhodes. Like I want to do a tour, so that like the 7 wonders of the world, the old ancient wonders of the world. Of course, the only one that's still standing are the pyramids. But you know, we could do the pyramids. We could fly to like have you seen wind turbines? No, I haven't seen them explode. But they are spinning. I'm assuming there's an airport around here somewhere, Danny. Oh look, there's cruise ships. Check that out. What is flying through the air right here? Is this rain? What is it? Is it just dust? Oh, it's you smoking, Mikey? Yeah. I thought I turned the no smoking light on. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. You can smoke your cigarette. Pretty sure that's the runway right there. Yep. Let's go ahead and drop. We'll go land. Yep, drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna land in internal mode, internal cockpit mode, because I want to be able I don't have it set up. I wish I could figure out a way to set it up, but I want to be able to go into beta mode as soon as we land. Don't want to do it while we're in flight. Well, we really have to slow down, don't we? So the flaps are down. I put one notch of flaps in. That's what we started nosing up for. And we're really, really high. Normally I wouldn't try to do this, but we're going to do it anyways. We could probably drop enough altitude. I got another notch of flaps in. Evidently it's only got 2 notches. Okay, so we're going to try to drop altitude fast. I can point your nose at the deck, but that's not going to work. We're already at 84 knots. We're going to start stalling here in a second. We're dropping at 1,300 feet per minute. 5 degrees, no down. Is that a cruise ship out there? Like, see right here? And then there? Yeah, we're going to have to pitch down a little bit more than this. We're way high. And we're going to pick up a lot of speed to do it. Normally I'd always be going around. There's a go around button on this thing, isn't there? Yeah, no display back up. Usually have no go. Yeah, we're going to go into beta mode as soon as we hit the ground because we're going to have a lot of speed to bleed off. I wish there was a button or something like that I could use to go right into beta mode.
500.
Yeah, I think I might too. There we go. When we're down. Just for fun, we'll... There we go. We're in beta. Beta mode. So now I'm not even using the brakes to slow down. I just reversed the prop when we're in beta mode. In a minute, watch. So if I hit the brakes, watch. So I've got the brakes on. Brakes are full. Alright, now, I mean, we're in beta mode, so in real life we'd be backing down the runway because it would just reverses the prop. But unfortunately that's not modeled. Okay. So we're moving to Liquid has set the challenge. Liquid says we must land at some Greek airport with the A321. How you spell it again, Liquid? Kozani. I don't even see it in here. Let's look. Macedonia is northwest Greece. You sure it's Kazani? Kazani? Let's look. I'll look it up. It's Kazani National Airport. You're right. It's Lima Golf Kilo Zulu. Lima Golf Kilo Zulu. Philippus. We're close to it. Oh, how long is that runway? Oh yeah, 5,000 foot runway. He wants us to land an Airbus on it. Okay, we'll try. Says arrival. And we want to fly an Airbus. Doable, but I don't fly airliners. We'll try it for giggles, you know, for the memes, I guess. And we've got a custom departure. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I hate flying airliners, so we'll see. Like, I don't even know what direction it is. I don't even know how the HSI works on these things. Great, this is going to be fun. Okay, first we need to go ahead. Alright, what is going on here? Is autopilot on? Autopilot on is on. GPS tracking's off. Let's look. Where the hell are we? Where the hell are we going? I'm assuming it's up here. Yeah, there it is. Do daytime? Okay. I'm never one to turn away from a challenge. We do like landing X-Cubs on mountaintops and stuff like that, so, I mean, who knew? Oh, there's a challenge. Land an X-Cub on the Parthenon. We'll do that after this. There used to be a panel here. I assume we're flying on the autopilot, I'm guessing. No, we're not either. Yeah, shut up. Okay, we're on autopilot, so I need to take turn off. Yes. The question is, we gotta find the airport first, and I have no idea where it's at because I've never landed there. I'm not gonna use the autopilot. Oh, shut up.
135.875 Airbus 320.
Like, see, the thing is, I don't know how the FMS works on this thing or anything like that. So, we'll see. It's across the lake. I don't even see the lake. Do the external view. Fly lower? What? Yeah, let's just do Napa the Earth flight in an Airbus A320. We will do it just for the giggles. You're way off, man. I don't think so. I think we're going to fly left a little bit more. I'm just looking for the rivers.
2,500.
We're still nowhere near it. Because we're not over the western end of the lake yet. It's going to be in this valley up here. You're going to have to turn right and go up this valley right here. Oh, you're right. Oh, we're going to the wrong damn one. I was looking at LGKA. We're in Greece, Macedonia. I was looking at the wrong airport. I was looking at this one up here. I see the airport, I think. Yep, that's it. Oh, I'm running on a dirt rim, really? Is this dirt? Yeah, I see the runway now. You have to go inside to use the air brakes, though. Where the hell is the air brake button at?
1,000. 500. 400. 300.
I need to set up a speed brake button for real.
200. 100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retire.
Hey, any landing you can walk away from, right? Yep, you can walk away from it. Oh, I know. Okay. Now. That wasn't that hard of a landing, dude. I mean, really. Consider I've never flown into the airport. Let's see now. Athens. Athens is further down. There's the Parthenon. Okay, let's see if collisions are on the... Yeah, we hit the ground pretty hard. But at least the tires didn't go out. I wonder if the wheels actually go out. Yeah, so I want to try to see if I can land on the Parthenon. Not on the ruins itself, but on the hill. It's probably not going to happen. We'll probably crash. Probably has collisions. The harder one would be to do the Airbus landing at Lukla. Actually, harder than that would probably be taking off in the Airbus from Lukla.
Athens Tower Cup Crafters Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 33 right ready for takeoff straight out departure.
Put our flaps all the way down. Parking brakes release. Throttle full up. Technically, you can take this thing off In real life, you can take off under 100 feet, but for some reason, it's not modeled correctly on here. Yeah, that's why I take the X-plane, the X-Scrub. They have a bush plane in the deluxe edition. That's the one I want to fly with the big bush tires on it. It'd be hard enough to land the Airbus at Lukla in perfect weather. Of the classical cities, I don't know which one. I would probably rather go to Rome than to Athens. So the Parthenon is going to be right there. I wish they allowed you to do modifications to your plane, so like you put a stall kit on it, an Anderson stall kit on this thing, so you can like land in 50 feet, be stopped. Nah. There are 4 million people in Athens, really? I don't know if I'd rather go to Athens. Like the other parts of Greece, I'd probably like to go there. Parthenon, 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 Parthenon. Where, it's supposed to be right there. There it is. I see it. There it is, right there. The X-Cub is an amazing plane, though. Even the Carbon Cubs, the older ones. We're probably going to crash, but we'll see. The Parthenon, that's the temple to Athena, right? Not the temple of Zeus. I think it's the temple of Athena. Isn't that the Acropolis? Yeah. So it should be fortified. See if we get enough room to land to the right of it. Is that the old Roman amphitheater right there next to it? Try to land next to the Parthenon. I don't think we're going to make it, folks, but we'll try. I think we're gonna be too fast. Nope. It has collisions. Damage your landing gear. What? That was wrong. Okay, so we're going to go to Lukla, and we're going to take off in the in the Airbus. This ought to be fun. Did I hit restart? Really? No, we didn't. Okay, we're going to Lukla. And we are going to take off in the Airbus 320. We're going to attempt to take off in the Airbus 320. It's never going to happen. We're not going to make it. We're going to die horribly. But, you know, it's for the memes. Oh, I'm sure it's not liquid. Like I'd like to go to the Oracle at Delphi. It's one of the places in Greece I'd love to go. We're gonna try the Airbus first. Look, hold on a second. Look at this. I think the Airbus's wings are even hitting the houses. Look at the Airbus wings. We're gonna take out a tree. I don't even think we'll make it down the runway. Parking brakes are full. So we're gonna, if we make it, we're gonna make a left-hand turn out. We're not gonna try to come back and land, but okay. Engines are full. Parking brake is off. Pretty sure we're gonna die because we hit the. Nope. Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna die anyways. We'll try to make it. We need 100. We really need 160 knots. Let her fall, let her fall, let her fall. Pick up speed, baby! No, we're gonna die! Dead. Okay. Let's try flaps. Some more flaps, maybe. Or maybe no flaps. I don't know. We'll see. Let's try no flaps first. Flaps are being raised. Full throttle. Yeah, if we can't take off in this, we ain't taking off in the 747. It's a bigger plane. Wow, we damaged our landing. We didn't do anything. Yeah, I took the flaps off to see if I could pick up enough speed to make it down the runway. For some reason, it damaged the gear. I don't know what we did to damage the gear. Okay, now we'll use full flaps. Yeah, we'll do the 747 next. Okay, flaps full down, 35 degrees. Parking brakes coming off. If we don't do that, if we don't get it off this time, we'll do the 747. Oh, she almost makes it. All right, we'll do the 747 now. Maybe like I said, I mean, 4 engines, more weight though. Seven four seven. Lukla. Fly. Yeah, if the Airbus don't get off there, I don't think the 747's doing it either. Do you have this game, Liquid? Yep, going to trim and everything. Oh, I'm surprised it even fits on the runway. It doesn't even look like it fits on the runway. What is this monstrosity? Look at this. This is what Liquid has me doing. So we're gonna power up these engines, and it's gonna blow everybody's houses away. All these houses are gonna be gone. The trees are probably gonna be down. You know, there's gonna be a bunch of pissed off Nepalese people, but you know, Liquid wanted it to happen, so people ask, and we do. You're fine. Listen to him. Okay, we're gonna try it with full flaps down. They needed heaters anyways, right? It looks like flaps are still going down. Those flaps are pretty slow, Liquid. I'm not impressed. Okay, 30 degrees looks like the most flaps we get. Okay, you ready? Everyone ready? Here we go. Yeah, this ain't. Well, I don't know. We didn't even make it down the way. You collide with an object and cause critical damage to the aircraft. Let's try it again. Okay, yeah, I just think the wings are a little bit too long. Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen because we're still going to do the same thing. We ran out of fuel already. Yeah, this ain't going to let us do it. The wings are too big. Yeah, we're going to have to do we'll try the Airbus one again. The wings are too big on the 747 to take off. Wingspan. Next, we'll try the 747 the Airbus at Courchevel. I know we can. I know it's not. I know the Courchevel airport we could do it. Maybe in the 747. Maybe in the A320. We'll try. Okay, so I'm going to do fuel. We're at 50% now. Let's go down by. Let's go 15% on fuel. try it with standard. No. Okay, we're gonna go down before we run out of fuel. Whee! Wow. Damage your landing gear. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, fuel down to 15%. Rocket brakes off. Yeah, so we're going to try to pull up before we get to that. At least pull the nose gear off the ground. We're up. We're up, baby. We're up. We're up. We can make it. Come on. We can make it. Come on. Come on. Come on. We made it. We're up. Gear up. Flaps coming up. We ain't out of the woods yet. We're not gaining altitude. We're gaining it slowly. We got to make it past this mountain. There we go. Whew! Mikey, you were right, man. Now, we ain't getting out of the mountains, man. This is the Himalayas. We deep in the heart of the Himalayas. Now turn around and land. Yeah, we're not even going to try that, Kurt. 'Cause that's not going to happen. We barely made it off the runway. Yeah, now I'll run out of fuel. So there's, I mean, if you look, there is like no runways at all. What is VNPL? What is this place? I don't even know where this place is, but we're going to try to make it. We haven't run out of fuel or anything. I've got the throttle back. Well, we're flying way fast. Just my luck, this little airport's going to be in a valley. We're swinging around, people. I could try to look left if you want me to. I was going to try this other little airfield down here. Alright, we're going to attempt Lukla. Just for Kurt. Tch. Alright, took off. I don't think I'll be able to land there. Yeah, it says it on the side of it. Where does it say it? Unbeatable fuel efficiency. See, it says right on the side. The thing is, Kurt, as I have to find, look now. I think it's right there. I think that's it right there. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna hit the ground. I'm gonna crash right into the damn mountain. Is what's gonna happen. I've tried to land airliners there before in X-Plane 11, but it's never happened. You can never slow down fast enough because you gotta fly. You gotta be 160 knots just to freaking the auto brakes should already be set, right? I know what the auto brakes are. Like, I've never flown this plane, so. Hey Harrison, how's it going, man? I don't know. This is the first time I've flown it. Now, I'm not trying to fly it seriously. I'm flying it and trying to land it at Lukla. Okay, I think we missed. We're in the wrong valley. Yeah, this ain't gonna happen, dude. We got way too much lift and way too much speed. Yeah, I don't fly it, so I wouldn't know.
1,000.
Slip it to the left. Slip her to the left. Whoa, baby. Slow down. Oh, where the hell is this place? I think it's right there.
1,500.
Alright, we're at 160 knots right now. I'm trying to bleed off speed by making these sharp turns.
2,500.
There she is. I see it. Buckle up, boys. We're going in. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. Overstressed the aircraft and caused critical damage. No. If I had caused critical damage, it would have been in that one bank, that right bank to the left bank. Yeah, no kidding. You know what? We're gonna do Courchevel. That right there just pissed me off, because we could have touched down. We could have touched down on the runway. We'd have all died at the end when we smashed into the mountain, but we could have freaking touched down that runway. She was perfectly lined up. I don't know. I'm a little disturbed now. I'm kind of pissed. We can take off from Lukla. We can easily take off from Courchevel. We'll try it with 50% fuel first. But Courchevel has no mountains in front of it to be a pain in the ass. Courchevel will be another hard one to land at, but we'll try.
Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet, traffic
It shows an
Alpha
Airbus on the.
Sierra
It shows an Airbus right there.
Taking off runway 4 departing straight out.
Oh, that is. That's us. Ha! So yes, that's us. That's like look. It shows an Airbus sitting right there. Well, the Airbus is us. You know, it don't give you enough. We should be pushed back a little further. You know. Yeah, that was TBM, I think. No, it's Cessna Citation J4. All right. You boys ready? Get you everybody buckled in? Because here we go. Let's go ahead and do the fuel thing again. Parking brake released. We're up. We're up. We gotta steer down the valley. Down the valley. Gear up. Oh, I do have an air brake button. Awesome. Because that works for Courchevel as well. Oh, shut up. I'm at half throttle. 50% throttle. Okay, so we got off the ground at Courchevel and the Airbus. Now we gotta go land. Then we gotta try the 747. Okay, we don't want to stall because we'll eat the ground. See, it says now auto throttle is on. See, A throttle? Yeah, so auto throttle is working. For me, at least. I don't really want it to work. I don't want it on, but whatever. Okay, so let's make a turn. A leisurely turn, because if not, we'll stress the aircraft and crash and die. It's like it has a bank thing too. Auto wing leveler. Shut up. Nah, I don't guess. I've got the throttle way back, 23%. Hit the air brake, slow us down. Gear coming down. barrel roll. Not at this altitude. If I was up at 36,000 feet, I'd do it.
2,500.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
We're over speed because the flaps are down.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
2,500.
We're going to end up in the back of that mountain, but it'll be fun. Air brakes are on.
1,000. 500, 400, 300, 200, 100, 600.
We're down. Oh, the tail came back and hit it. Ugh. The tail came down. We could have had that. We hit the ground hard, but the tail, yeah, it's so close. I'm not going to try again. It takes too long. We'll go up and try to do a barrel wall when we're done.
Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet, traffic Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 taking off runway 4 departing straight out.
We'll go up and do a barrel roll in it. Down the valley we go. Flaps coming up. Gear coming up. Climb, baby, climb. We still have to take off from here with the 747, so as soon as we try to go do this, get up to 20,000 feet or so, 25,000 feet, we'll do a barrel roll, and then we'll restart. We'll start in the 747 or 748, whichever one it is. Okay, we'll try it right here. Nope, she ain't gonna do it. There's got to be something on. There's something on in the plane that's keeping us from rolling. What is this crap? Auto throttle, we can turn auto throttle off. Is that some kind of wing leveling thing that doesn't let you do anything? I bet you it does. Alright, let's go back out. Yeah, it is a fight. We'll probably lose about 10,000 feet, smack into a mountain while we're trying to do it. I am trying to climb. Flying fast, 10,000 feet per minute. We're going to the moon. So Kurt wants to try to barrel roll the A320. So I'll do it just for the giggles. Hopefully we won't die. Definitely can't snap roll it, I can tell you that much. Okay, let's try. Here we go. Nope, you can't roll it. It won't let you roll at all. Oh, here we go. We're over. Now the problem is, can we pull out of it before we die? We're in at 400 knots. And we died. So the question is, yeah, I had the air brakes on. So the air brakes were out, the flaps were down. And we were starting to pull out of it. We just needed more, you know, it was, you're pulling back so far on the stick that it was just too much, I was trying to snap roll it. I'll show you what that means in a minute. We'll do it in the, where's the E300? There it is. Now I think we just broke the whole plane in half, is what happened. Because we were trying to pull out of that dive. So a snap roll is just it's a real fast roll. You can actually start one by like dipping your right wing down, then flip it to the left. This E300 will is a stunt plane, so yeah, it broke in half probably.
Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet, traffic, extra, Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf, Sierra taking off runway 4 departing straight out.
So this is the extra. This is a stunt plane, aerobatic plane. Oh, you did upgrade? Yeah, you did. So this is actual stunt aerobatic plane. See? You can hear you can hear the plane stressing the airframe. Climb up a little bit more over here. I know you can toggle wing smoke on here too. I just know how to do it. Let's look and see if we can do it. Do we have wing smokes? What is this? Boost pumps. Nav light. Canopy lock, unlock. Prop higher PM. Mixture. Ah! I think that's it right there. Left, right. What's this? These have got to be the switches for your freaking smoke. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we'll just do this from inside. So we'll do a roll. Whee! Go down. Like on a roller coaster. Back up and over. Whee! What's wrong, Atlas? You having problems? Which what are you having problems with? Here's an Emerlin. Split S. Is it telling you to insert a disk? Because it was telling me that earlier. Yeah, I have it on Xbox, Game Pass for PC. Yeah, see, I don't know. What's your internet speed? Is it just desyncing? Is the internet just stopping? Ah! Oh, we're dead. Yeah, so I have it on the Game Pass. I didn't actually buy it. I'm not buying it till Wednesday, and I'll get the Premium Deluxe one. So we'll go to Lowy. We'll take, what I have not flown yet. I've flown the VL3. I've flown that. Let's fly, this piece of junk is slow. We'll try it though. And it's also in French. Oh, I forgot 747. Oh yeah. Well, we'll do Lowy, but I'm getting ready to get off here. So we'll do one more flight. From Lowy, I want to go see Neuschwanstein and see how well that's modeled. Neuschwanstein. Which NVMe did you get, Kurt? I think you said you got the Rocket, the Western Digital Black. Yeah, Rudy's got the same. He's got the same NVMe drive that I have, except for instead of being 2 terabyte, his is 1 terabyte. Hey Leo, what's going on, man? Oh, that's not bad, $100 off. I'm struggling. I'm thinking about getting the Gen 4 1 terabyte Rocket. Because right now, my 2 terabyte Rocket is in the Gen 4 slot, M.2 slot. And, because the way my PC is set up, so that see the VRM, right, is right below the RAM, so I have 32 gigs of. So I don't have it in my top PCI Express slot. The 2080 Super is not in the top slot; it's in the lower PCI Express slot because I had it at the top, and I thought it was running hot because it was overheating the VRM, but it wasn't. It's because I didn't have my front fans working at the time. But now the front fans on my case work. It's 3 120mm fans, LED fans. And I think I may move it back into the first PCI Express slot and see if it runs cooler. Because right now it runs at like 80 frames a second. No, Leo, this is the Game Pass for PC edition. So it's free if you get it. If you have if you have Game Pass for PC, the game is free to download if you're paying the subscription. Yeah, they're both 16 times 16 slots. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and take off, and we're gonna go see Neuschwanstein, and then that'll be the end of the stream. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. I think it's pretty cool. We're up. So this is Lowy. This is in Switzerland. Austria. Switzerland. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Wow. When's the last time I streamed for over 3 hours, Kurt? That's been a long time. I don't even know what game it was. I mean, I could look at Streamlabs and it could tell me, but yeah, so the post time 16 slot, the top slot is Gen. So I have an X570 board, so the top slot is actually a Gen 4 slot, PCI Express slot. And then the second PCI slot is just Gen 3. And the top M.2 slot is Gen 4, and the bottom, because I have two M.2 slots on this board. Yeah. I should have picked it a little bit faster plane. We're just going to go over here to Neuschwanstein. I want to see how well it's modeled, and that'll probably be the end of it. Actually, I had, so on X-Plane 11, you guys can hear me all right over the plane, right? Now I'll have to go back inside. No, RTX cards don't benefit from Gen 4 at all. I think the 3000 series will, though. Matter of fact, the only card that the only card that even makes use of the Gen 4 right now, I think, is the 5700 XT.
Robin X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Yeah.
Innsbruck Tower Robin Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
I think this is the Robin. It is Atlas? Oh, that's awesome, man. Add Epic Zeus TV on Game Pass and we can fly together. So I think this is the Robin DR10 or something like that. It's one of the Robins. So the thing is now we gotta make it up. It's yeah, is it multi? Dude, yes, it's multiplayer. I don't have multiplayer turned on right now because it kind of gets annoying. But yes, this is multiplayer. Full-on multiplayer. I'm surprised you didn't know that. We do multiplayer streams all the time. Oh, yeah, but so it's multiplayer. Live weather, live multiplayer. As a matter of fact, I have weather turned. Oh, we do have live weather on. Yep, but you can get all the friends you have, and if you got 20 friends, you can all take off from the same airport. This thing like has no ass whatsoever, you know? Okay, we're gonna change planes. Like I'll show you. So if you go up here, I have it set for automatically. So I have a 3 millisecond ping to the server here, but to be honest, this server is 30 miles from my house, and I have fiber, so gigabit fiber. So that's why. So, and when you have group, so Rudy's in the world map, and I have everybody else. So there's Derby and Edgar and Luda and Nima. It doesn't. I have not seen a replay, so I've not been able to replay a landing at all. I have not seen it at all. So that's how the multiplayer works. And if you want to see live, we can. I'll show you live. So we'll go to main. We'll go back to main menu because we'll set it up through there. Yeah, and X-Plane. I do have X-Plane 11. I've had X-Plane since X-Plane 9, and yes, they do have replay, but they don't have it here. So just to show how this works, well, I want to fly at Neuschwanstein though, so we're going to start in the air. We'll start over the Hohen. Forgot what it was. Hohenhound. Well, I can't pronounce it. Hohen. I used to be able to pronounce it. So we're going to depart from here, and we're going to do the. We'll do the G36. So I'll turn live players on, and we'll do live traffic. So live players, live traffic. We're in multiplayer now. It's got I'll do all players. If we do it at night, we won't be able to see the castle. So let's try this. I want to see the castle, and then we'll do it. See, here's traffic, actual traffic, live traffic. And we gotta fly south, right? No, we gotta fly here. So you can fly, like if you start here, you just take off in the air. $20? $20 is cheap, dude. DCS, most planes cost like $60. Unless they're having a sale right now. I think they are having a sale, but yeah, most of the planes are like $60. But if they're $20, that's cheap. I have DCS and Flaming Cliffs, the DLC for that. Yeah, I spent over $300 on aircraft for XP 11 in the short time that I played it. So I uninstalled it after this came out, and I had about $500 worth of aircraft and add-ons for Flight Simulator 10. I'm not really into air combat anymore. You know, people have the thing about these air combat simulators. People don't realize is that I don't have the setup for it. I have a HOTAS X. It's okay, you know, but you're not going to be any challenge for people that have track IR or they're flying with a VR headset or something like that. You're not going to be able to compete with those guys. You know, there's just no way you can compete. They have a better situation awareness than you do, and they're just, you know, that's why I didn't get the new L2. Was it Battle of Stalingrad? Well, I didn't get that because it's gotten to such a point now. Air combat simulators now have gotten to such a point that if you don't have track IR or a VR headset, you know, it just gives you 100 times more. I'm using a HOTAS X, yes. So it looks like so there it is. That's what it looks like. Yep, it's all I've used. I have had this since 2014, and I've had it for 6 years. It's never failed or anything like that. Never had problems with it. So yeah, but if you don't have right now, if you don't have we need to turn around and fly south. So now we're in the Beach Baron, Beechcraft G36. So those guys right there, that right there, those are other pilots. Those are other people playing the game right now. And these are all players. So yes, it is multiplayer. Yeah, see, I bought mine for Armor 2. Wow, the trim is really messed up on this thing. Let's set the trim back. Oh, yeah. Once I go past Neuschwanstein, I'll probably be the end of the stream because it's been streaming for almost 4 hours now, it seems. Wow, is it me or is it just bumpy? Let's go in here and turn. Wow, what is this? Crap. Okay, let's go in here. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, why is this thing being a pain in the ass? Aileron trim set to center. I mean, is it just windy? I mean, really? Southern Germany? Like a hurricane? What are the winds? Let's see what the winds are. PFD wind option 3. It's only a 2-knot wind. So why is the plane wanting to roll all the way to the left? That's weird. Is the rudder? No. So let's sync the heading to the current heading. We'll autopilot, turn auto, engage autopilot, and see. Look, autopilot. Autopilot's on. We're set for heading, but look. So even, I mean, why? See that? So I'm trying to figure out why this thing wants to. Let's see. Controls. Is there a way to? I was seeing if there's a way to center your freaking sticks again, but I guess there's not. So it's going to be annoying, but I guess we'll deal with it. So we're looking for Neuschwanstein Castle. I have no idea where it's at, because now I'm all discombobulated, because I know where it's at. I think. Input devices. Do device manager. Let's look at something. Can't we set it in here? No. What is it? Is it devices manager? What's the one that shows the menu of all the things plugged into your computer? Do you guys remember that? Nah, nah, but one shows up. Because it used to show everything. No, that's not it. Network connections, device manager, just management. There used to be something that showed you everything that was plugged up to your computer. It used to be going there and right click on the controller and hit center. Bluetooth and other devices. Alright, there's my mouse, there's my... Okay, here we go. Okay, so... that doesn't work. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Let's resume it. We'll just deal with it. Okay, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator just crashed because I unplugged the controller and plugged it back in and see if it would recenter itself. I guess it's not going to do it. We'll see. It's sputtering. Maybe not. Okay, it just crashed. Okay, so I guess we'll stop there, and yeah, so that'd be it. But we'll be in Discord. We'll probably find something to do. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. You know, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I know a lot of people are subscribed because I used to fly X-Plane a lot. So, but anyways, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go stalk Rudy and see what Rudy's doing. Let's see what he's doing. Rudy's playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Huh. So, if y'all are, if Rudy's streaming, y'all will go see what Rudy's streaming. I'll go find out. But anyways, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.